When technology meets terror, when cold steel clashes with supernatural rage, only one force can remain standing. Detroit's cybernetic law enforcer Robocop was built to uphold justice in a decaying world. He is precision, logic, and power, an armored symbol of order forged from the ruins of man. But tonight he faces something science cannot quantify. Jason Voorhees, the immortal revenant of Crystal Lake, is not driven by programming or purpose. He is driven by vengeance, instinct, and an unrelenting will to kill. In this battle between the future and the undead, we'll break down their strengths, weaknesses, and unique advantages, then step into a brutal hypothetical showdown to determine who would truly survive when technology faces terror itself. Robocop, the man inside the machine. Alex Murphy was once a man, a husband, a father, a Detroit police officer whose life was stolen in a hail of gunfire. But death was not the end. He was reborn through the steel and circuitry of omni-consumer products. Now he is Robocop, a fusion of man and machine designed to enforce the law without emotion or bias. Robocop's power lies in his balance of human intuition and machine precision. His titanium-reinforced armor can withstand small arms fire, explosions, and even high-caliber rounds. His cybernetic reflexes allow him to react faster than the human eye can track, locking onto multiple targets with unerring accuracy. Equipped with a data spike, a multi-vision targeting system, and his signature Auto 9 pistol, Robocop is a walking fortress of justice. But beneath the steel exterior remains Murphy, the man. His emotions, though suppressed, sometimes bleed through. His humanity, once his greatest strength, is also his vulnerability. He can feel empathy, guilt, even fear. He has directives that govern his actions: protect the innocent, uphold the law, serve the public trust. But these same directives can be used against him, forcing hesitation in a world that requires decisive brutality. In battle, Robocop's advantages are unmistakable. He possesses superhuman strength and near-impenetrable durability, capable of ripping through solid walls, crushing weapons in his grip, and hurling a full-grown man across a room with ease. His advanced targeting systems make every shot precise and purposeful, calculated down to the millisecond. And beneath the armor lies strategic intelligence, the mind of a tactician, the instincts of a detective, and the discipline of a soldier, all working in perfect synchronization with his machine efficiency. Yet his weaknesses remain just as real. His mobility is limited, his heavy armor restricts agility. His human mind can be hacked, manipulated, or overwhelmed by trauma. And above all, he is still bound by moral code and internal programming, both of which can cause hesitation when facing a monster that knows no such restraint. Then there is Jason, the cursed son of Pamela Voorhees, the boy who drowned yet never truly died, the man who returned from death again and again through rage, curse, and dark resurrection. Jason Voorhees is not merely a killer, he is a force of nature, death incarnate wearing a hockey mask. His strength is mythic. He can crush a human skull with one hand, tear through steel doors, and impale victims with the ease of a god swatting flies. He feels no pain, no fatigue, and most terrifyingly, no mercy. Jason does not strategize. He stalks, he adapts, he learns through primal instinct and supernatural endurance. Depending on the version, Jason is either an unstoppable human or a reanimated corpse infused with dark energy. In his undead form, bullets and blades barely slow him down. He regenerates tissue rapidly, surviving explosions, electrocution, and even dismemberment. His primary weapon, the machete, is an extension of his will, simple, brutal, and efficient. Jason's advantages are relentless. He possesses superhuman strength that rivals, or perhaps even surpasses, Robocop's, allowing him to overwhelm opponents with sheer brute force. His regenerative abilities and near immortality make killing him an almost meaningless act. Jason doesn't die. He pauses. He also wields fear itself as a weapon, exploiting terror and unpredictability to break his victims long before the machete ever strikes. Where others fight for survival, Jason thrives in it, feeding on panic, confusion, and the primal dread that comes when one realizes escape is impossible. But Jason's weaknesses, though few, are exploitable. His limited intelligence and slow reaction time make him predictable in direct combat. He relies on intimidation and brute force, not tactics. He is drawn by emotion, especially vengeance, and this can be manipulated. While his endurance is near infinite, he can be slowed, dismembered, or temporarily incapacitated by enough force, especially from high-tech weaponry. And now, we will pit Robocop and Jason against each other in a hypothetical battle, and decide once and for all who would come out on top. If you are enjoying this video, make sure to subscribe. We regularly post matchups just like this, pitting legendary movie characters against one another. And now, buckle up and get ready to see who wins this epic showdown. Our hypothetical battle begins in a familiar setting, a ruined facility on the outskirts of Detroit. The night hums with tension. Inside, flickering lights reveal the remnants of an old OCP robotics plant, one of the many abandoned after public backlash against the corporation's excesses. What once birthed machines of law and order now rots, forgotten. And tonight it becomes a battleground. A SWAT team had been dispatched to investigate a series of brutal killings near the area. Bodies mangled, blood drained, weapons shattered like twigs. When communication goes silent, Robocop is sent in alone. He steps through the dark hallways, metal feet echoing through hollow corridors. The infrared scan picks up nothing, yet the air feels wrong. The walls seem to breathe, and a faint dripping sound echoes somewhere deep inside. Then, silence. A shadow moves behind him. Robocop turns. Then he sees it. A hulking figure, nearly 7 feet tall, standing motionless under a broken light. A mask. A machete, glinting with rust and blood.
Identify yourself.
Robocop commands in his metallic tone.
Hold it right there. You are under arrest.
Jason tilts his head, silent. A growl of breath escapes the mask. Then, movement. Jason lunges forward with inhuman speed, machete swinging. Robocop blocks with his arm, sparks fly as steel meets steel. Jason's strength is astounding, nearly denting Robocop's forearm plate. Murphy counters with a brutal punch that sends Jason flying into a wall. But the killer simply gets back up, unfazed. Robocop opens fire. The Auto 9 roars, each bullet striking Jason's torso, neck, and head. The body jerks, holes tearing through decayed flesh. Yet Jason keeps advancing, slow and methodical. Bullets don't stop what's already dead. Jason slams Robocop against a pillar, metal cracking concrete. Robocop grabs Jason's arm and snaps it backward, but the limb twists, bones realigning, regeneration at work. Jason stabs his machete into Robocop's side, penetrating an armor seam. Alarms scream in Robocop's HUD. Damage sustained. System integrity 72%. Murphy retaliates with his data spike, jamming it into Jason's neck and unleashing an electrical surge. Jason convulses, smoke rising from his body. For a moment, it looks like the machine has the upper hand. But Jason grabs Robocop's arm mid-surge and yanks him forward, slamming him through a reinforced wall. Robocop crashes into machinery, sparks flying everywhere. Jason follows, relentless. At this point, it becomes a war of endurance versus technology. Robocop's targeting system recalibrates. He switches to armor-piercing rounds. He empties a full magazine into Jason's head at point-blank range. The mask shatters, flesh and skull explode. Jason's body collapses. But Murphy knows better. As he turns to call dispatch, a sensor pings behind him. Movement. Slow, deliberate, the impossible. Jason's body twitches, bones crack, muscle reforms. His eye, glowing faintly with unnatural energy, snaps open. Robocop raises his weapon again, but it's too late. Jason's machete cleaves through his arm, cutting deep into hydraulic lines. This time, Robocop adapts. He deploys his Cobra assault cannon. He fires. The explosion engulfs Jason, blowing his body into flaming chunks that scatter across the factory floor. Pieces of him burn. But even as Robocop watches, the flesh starts to pulse, twitching back together.
Impossible,
Murphy whispers, his human voice cutting through the mechanical distortion. He scans the fragments, calculating. Jason is not human, not biological, something else, something unnatural. Robocop switches strategies. He targets the environment, not the enemy. He triggers the self-destruct system on the plant's power core. As the building begins to collapse, Robocop drags himself toward the exit, limping, damaged but alive. Behind him, Jason's remains are consumed by fire and molten steel. The factory explodes. Hours later, firefighters sift through the ruins. They find Robocop, scorched but operational. His armor is blackened, his systems running on emergency power. He stands alone among the smoke and ruin, scanning for movement. None. Jason Voorhees is gone, nothing but melted steel and ash. Or so it seems. As dawn breaks, a gloved hand pushes through the rubble. Charred, cracked, but moving. Who wins this fight? In a purely physical battle, Jason has the upper hand. His regenerative power, brute strength, and utter disregard for pain make him nearly unstoppable in close quarters. Robocop's bullets and blunt attacks do little to permanently stop something that doesn't obey biological laws. However, Robocop's true advantage lies in his mind. He is not just a tank, he is a strategist. He can analyze, adapt, and exploit weaknesses. While Jason's supernatural durability defies reason, he can be contained, frozen, vaporized, or destroyed through environmental manipulation. And that's where Robocop excels. His intellect and access to advanced weaponry ultimately give him the edge in a world grounded in logic and physics. In a single encounter, Robocop survives, but Jason endures. Robocop can win the battle, neutralizing Jason through calculated high-tech means, but he cannot win the war. Evil doesn't die, it waits. So in the end, who wins? Robocop wins the fight. However, the victory would be short-lived, as Jason would inevitably return. Because even machines can be completely destroyed, but evil never dies. Did you enjoy watching this video? Comment below and let us know which characters you would like to see battle each other next. And don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss any of our epic Who Would Win videos.